they say we N-I-double-G-E-R. We are much more.
So, what we talking about? Yep, I'm sure you've seen and heard about all the foolishness that's been going on behind these shoes, man, over the past couple of days since they released. You got people on TV fighting, tearing up malls and stores, people leaving their children in the car. A rumor somebody got shot over the shoes. I don't know if that's true. Come on, man. How stupid are we looking out here right now, man? You know, it's supposed to be a recession. You hearing everybody bullshitting and complaining about ain't no jobs and this, that, and the third, but you can work up some change to get some new J's. Now, I like J's like everybody else. I got a closet full of them, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that, man, but you have to peep and just see how foolish these people out here got us looking. And it's not even to the point where we can say them anymore, because it's us. And I know it's other races and whatnot that dig J's too, and that's cool, you know, but it's not even about them. It's about us. Now, before we get into it, you know, let me get the precursors. Like, I'm not even talking to the old dumbass niggas that's finna be like, oh, man, it ain't even that deep, cuz. It ain't even that deep, man. That nigga lame, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's about being fresh and getting your swag on. Negative. It's not about that. So, whatever for what you talking about. It's about the coonery that's going on out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got people on TV, and you know for a fact these news reporters is going to pick out the most ignorant motherfucker they can find to do a story on. You got people out on the street licking the shoes. You got this one chick, she don't even know a proper word to use, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, we out here looking stupid and we doing it to ourselves. Like I was talking to my partner, man, we on cruise control, man, as black folks, man. They got us on cruise control. We the biggest, we gotta be at least the biggest consumers out there right now. And we own shit. We own shit. All we do is consume and consume. And it's like, for what? You went and got the new J's so you can stun on somebody or say you got them. All this. That's all we talk about is materialistic shit. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not on no high horse because I like nice things just like you. And there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like, at what cost? You know what I'm saying? As our dignity as a people. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you look at like this shit that's going on with the shoes. You look at World Star Hip Hop, you know, and everybody does. I'd be lying to you if I told you I didn't, man. But it's like, all that shit is all black people for the most part. And it's like, well, you ain't never watched that shit and just felt like you was at the zoo. Like you looking at a bunch of fucking monkeys in the cage throwing shit at each other. And that's what it's starting to look like. You know what I'm saying? And don't think for one second that other people ain't looking at this shit thinking the same thing. And it ain't about putting on and trying to impress them. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about us as a people having some goddamn dignity and stop promoting the ignorant shit that we see every single day. You know what I'm saying? Every day you look on World Star, it's somebody, you know, getting knocked out or somebody daughter on a pole, which I ain't mad at, but still, it's still exploiting the person. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, you know, I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect at all. I ain't no different from anybody else, man. But you just got to be conscious to the shit that you see around us and the shit that people are doing to us and exploiting our culture, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, it's just messed up that people use so much energy to stand in line overnight to get some goddamn shoes that came out 6 or 8 months ago that's going to come out again in 6 to 8 months from now. Can you imagine if we use that energy for positive shit? You know what I'm saying? Shit, the betterment of our people and people, period, as in a whole. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I know it's white folks out there that's loving J's, Asian folks, Mexican folks, and that's great. But we the ones on TV looking stupid. You see these motherfuckers and tore down the mall to get some shoes, people. Some shoes. People running getting these shoes like it's a 401k up in them or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like it's some free health care up in these shoes. You just came home a few hundred shorter than you left with. And Jordan gonna drop some new ones in a few months anyway. Now, me being 27, this ain't nothing new to people my age. Jordan, this has been going on for a long time. People, you know, it used to be worse back in the day. People was really getting hemmed up over shoes. But like everything is viral now, internet, TV, you know what I'm saying? So everything is getting broadcast quicker, and people are having more access to seeing what's going on in the world. And I don't care what you think, they laughing at us. They laughing at us, and it's getting to the point that we deserve the shit. You know, because we ain't even trying to fight it. We embracing the niggerdom, the niggertry. You know what I'm saying? The niggerdom, like Dave Chappelle said, we embracing the shit. You know, people out here dying over dumb shit. You know, we all are on the news, just acting a plum fool. You know, it's like, when does this shit stop? You know what I'm saying? When does it stop? When do we sit up and say, okay, we need to get our shit together as a people and stop being food for everybody else? Because that's the only thing that we are. We go out and bust our ass and go give our money away to other people that was smart enough to invest their shit. You know what I'm saying? And we pay these people all day, and they ain't bringing none of that money back into the community. Your community, my community. They take that money and they leave. That's why you got a fucking nail shop, a wing shop, everything else in your hood, check cash in place. You know, and like, I'm trying to be very clear that it's not about racism saying anything negative about them, because they just getting money, as you should. But we the food for them. And we ain't trying to invest in none of that shit. I guarantee you it's a million people walking around right now with some J's on that probably ain't got $20 damn in their checking account. Now, if you balling like that, do your thing. But ain't no way in hell you should be struggling. It ain't got two damn quarters to rub together, and you got on some brand new damn Concords, man. You know, and it's bigger than the shoes. This is about our priorities as a people. You know what I'm saying? A whole mentality of a race. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything, like I said before, is materialistic. You turn on the TV. I got them J's. I got them red bottoms. I got the Gucci. I got the Louis. We pouring up liquor. All this shit. It's like you look at World Star. You look at videos. You look at niggas in the hole. It's like watching Transformers, man. The first one. It's just nothing but a big-ass commercial. You know? Somebody come up and say, oh, if you ain't got this, then you ain't on. So what we do? We run out and buy that shit. Oh, I'm stunting with the Louis, so we run out and buy that shit. I got the red bottom pump, so what would the women do? They run out and get that shit. And that shit ain't no different from nothing else, really, when you break it down. Now, it'd be one thing if these things actually had a different effect that was worth the money, but they don't. Somebody just slapped their name on it and said, this shit expensive because I said so. And you know, these other races, they've been wearing that shit and doing that shit for years. So they ain't looking, they don't care about that type of shit. But we run out and go buy that shit. Me living in Atlanta, I see it every day. Niggas walking around with their shirt tucked in with the belt, so you can tell that they got a Gucci belt on. It's like that shit lame. Because if you really was living like that, then you wouldn't have to showcase it for everybody. And that's the whole point. It's a mentality, man. These people just sit back and just laugh. You know what I'm saying? It's like black folks mentally, we on cruise control, man. They put us on autopilot, man. You know, they ain't even got to put the work in no more. It's some Willie Lynch shit. If you don't know who Willie Lynch is, research the shit. It'll fuck your mind up. And it's still going on today. You know what I'm saying? They just sit back and let us do. We destroy each other, down each other, about all these shoes. You know, all this materialistic shit you ain't own if you ain't got this, and you ain't hot if you ain't got this. And at the end of the day, don't none of this shit mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. How gangster is that? This motherfucker got you out here breaking your neck to buy some shoes that ain't changed in design since when they first come out, like 96 or some shit like that. And you know for a fact they're gonna come right back out within a year. That's crazy. That's crazy. And yet we falling for it every single day. You know. And I'm gonna wrap this up because I know with, you know, Me Too and time with, you know, with the internet, if it's too long, we ain't gonna pay attention to it. You know. But just think about the shit that I'm saying. You know, and think about what's happening to us. Well, no, what has happened to us as a people. And watch the news, and when you watching World Star, you know, shit, I might be sitting next to you laughing at it, watching it with you. But just sit back for a minute and just look. And just look as a people how we looking. And imagine if you was an alien. Look at it like this. If you was an alien and you came down to study humankind, and a person directed you towards World Star Hip Hop. You know, not that I'm just trying to make everything about them, but that's the social media that everybody knows. Look at that shit and tell me what you would think about black folks if you seen that shit. What would be your general thought on people of color if you seen that type of shit?